Hello traders, welcome to the live stream. Am I audible to you? Just let me know what your video was. It clear? Good evening everyone. Today US market not open, right? But still I decided to come live because I think last time we had spoken from Monday. Regularly I want to come live. I don't want to miss the weekdays, right? So if I don't come live today, it will just become routine again. So I decided, okay, at least it's been quite some time. Let me come live. If we get any opportunity, we'll look into that also. If there is no setup, then we will at least have some discussions and we can close for the day, right? It's been quite some days, right, since we have had some discussions, looked for setup and things like that, because I was completely occupied due to family, other reasons. So I thought, okay, let me come. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. How was your Indian market today? For me, it did not go that great because I'd taken a setup here. I don't know where's that. I'm just looking for that pen. Today, I took one setup here. Expectation was market from this zone it will correct, because this is the resistance zone, right? 25,490. From that zone it might correct, or little higher also it can correct, because this entire zone is a big zone. So I waited, market, it moved. First it was showing some loss, then it started to show some profit. Instead of that, directly if market had come here, I would have booked the profit. But from here, since it corrected, I thought, okay, after a pullback, continuation can come. So I held on to the trade. Expectation was more momentum can come, but I know this is a buying zone. Buyers can enter here. If buyers enter here, yes, there is a chance of pullback or reversal, but continuously the moment will come. Even I did not know, right? So exactly, I told this is buyer zone, safe traders, please exit the market here. But for me, risk was, I thought I made the risk zero and I kept, but later there was a reversal. Second setup somewhere here only near the resistance zone, I took, market corrected, gave some movement, later it kind of recovered. So little bit issues was there for me. This third setup also, market small momentum and then a reversal. So overall, from my end, one mistake I did was the stop loss. What I was supposed to give for this trade was less comparatively, but I gave more. That one mistake I did. Rest of the setup, whatever I took near the resistance, all these things are, most of the days, those setup will work. This might be that kind of day where, whatever you think, market might tend to do opposite, right? There will be certain days, stop loss hunting and all will not work, right? Today was that kind of situation for me. So that is what it is. So Indian market not that great today. Crypto market we will see. No, see, not my mistake, means to a certain extent here. You see, what is this time? 1 second, I'll show you. Just see the time here. what is the time? 9:40. 9:40 there were two areas of reversal. One is this, another one is somewhere here, right? From this zone market can reverse. Already everything I had decided and kept. Based on that, where did market come? Market made similar movement, right? Came here, exactly from this zone it reversed, 25,440. What did I mention here? 25,430 is a safe trader exit zone if you have taken put in Nifty. For others, I told them safe traders exit, but I did not manage my risk right in that trade. That is my mistake. I should have made my risk 0 or 10 points, 12 points risk if I had taken. It made sense. I took more loss. That was not required for that particular day, for that particular trade. That mistake I did. It gave some chance, but what to do? Little more. Now in Indian market, Friday I made a small loss, very small loss. Today I made some more loss. Now my next goal will be not to target for bigger profits. It will be to come out of that losing streak, right? 2 days continuous loss means maximum third day, fourth day, by then that losing streak has to go and I have to go to that winning streak. So to do that, maybe I will also try to capture small, let's say scalping setup, 15 points, 20 points. Like that, if I get also quickly, I'll try to come out of that losing streak to winning streak. That will be my plan for the next 1 or 2 days. First setup that 25 points, that was the initial plan, but I had not kept a risk reward. Srinivasa, good evening. Welcome to the live stream. Market started the momentum at 220, right? But the spike even I did not expect and was not expecting. My basic mindset only after 2 o'clock I should not trade. Most of the days, 99% or at least 95%, after 2 o'clock I don't even look at the market, because most of the setup based on price action, stop loss hunting, I already get off during the first half of the day. But now I have to see, will silver go up? I don't track silver. No, market is just trading within a range here. It's given a breakout, retest. Let's mark a zone and keep. Too dull, too slow the market is. No setup, nothing is interesting right now. Let's see, 5 minutes. Ethereum no setup, Sol no setup, BTC. Everything is kind of forming a, let's say, bearish flag pattern kind of situation in BTC. In Ethereum also it's somewhat similar. Continuous correction. After that it's just consolidating within a range. So I will see right now if this was a breakout candle, right? This 1 minute candle is a breakout candle. Buyers were strong here. If market tries to give a closing below this zone, the zone what I have marked, If it's giving a closing, then maybe small stop loss will look for bearish. Maybe market can correct from here, or it can go up to this zone. That momentum something we will try to capture. If it's holding on to the zone, then no bearish trade. Okay. Overall, I felt Bank Nifty was looking north, and whole day Nifty was looking south. Those days I hate to trade. That is the thing. Nifty and Bank Nifty has to go in sync. Nifty has to follow Bank Nifty. Now in recent days, what is happening is, banking stocks, keeping banking stocks, they're able to, push the market up. They're able to keep it at the upper level. Those kind of things issues we are kind of facing. Why with Bank Nifty they're able to manipulate all those things and all? There are certain reasons, right? So banking stocks and all, to a certain extent, proprietor, how much percentage they can keep? Not more than 10%, right? Then other things will be in circulation. When other things are so close to 90%, if it is in circulation, then manipulation also is possible. That is something you consider. As there is been after 12:50, I could not catch that because I was already doing my daily routine. So today I could not catch my. Okay. So here pressure little bit they're trying to put. We will see if market holds on to this range. If they try to hold on, next up above seller zone is somewhere here, you think. Resistance. How much correction market has done? Close to 618. We will see if this market goes up to this zone. If it reaches this upper zone, maybe this area previously it's acting as support. Now if it's breaking this zone, this should act as resistance. So if it acts, then we will see. Overall, I felt Bank Nifty. This has reached seller zone broken. This is the final zone. Okay, if market doesn't show any bearishness here, we might have to go bullish. This is my plan in case market doesn't go bearish here. Small risk reward setup only I will take if this zone is respected. So previous swing, let's say I consider as resistance, and this zone I consider as support. Market is respecting this zone. So let's say correctly it's correcting, no traders here. Here what to do? Fine, then Bank Nifty also. It's the same zone setup. In which one can we take? It is respecting the zone, but it's gone a bit lower than where I want. Why did this get deleted? Okay. Let's mark this zone. Let me switch now. Let the market do whatever it wants right now. This zone is acting as resistance. If it's respecting the zone, we will take bearish. If it stays above that zone, we will take bullish. Okay, we'll focus on one thing right now, which is ETH. If ETH respects this, we will take. Be a bit ready. Okay, if this is the zone, if we get the setup, I can try one bearish setup. Touch here, it did not touch. Indian market, even though yes, one side momentum, whatever it did, right? One mistake here, if I had booked the profit, then next setup for me, I would have taken it with more clarity, things like that. Same setup, if I am holding for long duration, problem will create what to do. Okay, now we'll focus on crypto market. What is going to happen? It did not come to this resistance zone, so I'm just waiting. What is your view about the market? Is it bullish, bearish, sideways? I mean, crypto market right now. I feel if this zone is respected, as long as market doesn't break this zone, hold on to this zone, I feel market is bearish. Give the moment. Okay, now more than BTC, this moment is low. So we will wait and see if this is going to be a trap. If it had touched this zone, I would have taken bearish trade. It did not touch, so I kept quiet. What is your view about the market? Is it bearish, sideways, bullish? Let me know. Something is happening here. I'm expecting 60,300. 60,300 is too far. 8,000. I'm asking temporary condition. Now at this point of time, what are you thinking? Hi sir, Delta Exchange ID, work in MT6. I don't know what MT6. Today US market is off. Yes, I know. As soon as I came, I told US market is off today. But I said from Monday I'll be coming live every day. So I have decided to come so that this becomes a routine for me. Is Delta Exchange ID work in MT5? I don't know what is MT5 is. This zone is important. Now this is a tricky situation. From here market can move up also. Only if it breaks this zone it can move towards the downside. Okay. Now in this situation what I can do right now is look for some quantity on the bullish side, and if market goes below this zone then I can plan for bearish trade. Okay, this is something I can try. This will be a 50-50% chance setup only, but if it works maybe I can get a bigger target. In case the setup fails, if market goes below this zone, then quickly I'll think about exiting the bullish trade and then go bearish. Okay, this is the plan as of now. We will see what happens if this zone 1968 below that, if market gives closing, maybe sellers will be a bit active. If that is not the case, then market may try to move up. That's why I'm holding on to this trade. Okay, I've taken a bullish trade right now. Small SL. SL is kind of reasonable. This is my entry, this is my SL, and this is my target. So this, what I'm thinking, like I'm thinking of the setup like a scalper, right? If this buyer is entering here, if he pushes off the market here, maybe I'll reduce the SL even more. If the buyer is strong, let him push, or else small stop loss I will kind of exit. So with that mindset, I have entered this trade. Okay, I was planning to buy from 1955 with 1944 as target 208 in 5 minutes. Okay, 195. Is it normal to watch 1 minute? See, it depends on each person's mindset. For me, like the setup, how am I looking at? I'm looking at the setup like a scalper. Okay, so that means stop loss is small, and if I get the momentum, I will get the momentum quickly. So once market reaches this zone, I will reduce the SL, and after reducing the SL, I will not have nothing to worry about. Slowly, if market is moving towards the upside also, I can hold on to this trade for longer duration because this is futures market, right? And if this buyer doesn't give up, if he gives up, market moves down, that means this buyer is weak, then this market has space to move up to this zone. After that, if seller is too strong, it will continue the downside moves. Things like that will happen. It is all about probability, right? Here probability is it might move up. So I've taken. So can you show how to use position tool for 1:5, 1.5 risk reward in any buy or sell setup? How to use position tool? You're asking about this one. MetaTrade. I've not done MetaTrade. one hour time frame making long candle. Okay. Swing too much. It is holding here. Loss also is small. We will see how it goes. Any reason behind the timing you choose for crypto? 8 o'clock New York market opens, right? S&P 500, Nasdaq opens during that time. So during that time, market will be volatile. From then, liquidity or the momentum, what happens in the market during that time, in crypto market, when US market opens, the activity will be more. Okay, so during that time, I look for trade. Why today no activity? Main reason is US market is closed, right? Washington birthday today, so make dark view screen. I don't know. Is this okay for you guys? Is it visible properly? There were some senior citizens, they asked me to keep white screen, saying that things are not visible. For 25x, what is the leverage? You just go here for BTC, let's say for 25x, what is the leverage? Doesn't matter. It matters how much quantity. If you want to trade with 100 quantity, it is like $144. If you want to trade 1 BTC, if you're taking 50x leverage, it will be $1,500. Okay. You can do calculation already. Now see this color and all is bit. Why we entered here? Expectation is buyers might re-enter. Now what is the problem I have right now? This zone is seller zone. From here it can move up also, it can reverse also. I don't know about the probability. So for safe trader, what I will say, okay, maybe you want to book, you book here. If market corrects, gives a breakout, you re-enter. That is what I say for safe traders. But since my loss is limited, or rather what I will do, I will reduce my SL. Okay. If I reduce my SL, my pressure also will kind of reduce. Now this, as long as it doesn't give closing above this, still sellers can push the market down. Okay. That is there. Strong upward green candle 1 hour. Okay. If it comes, we will see traders. How many of you entered this trade along with me? safe after 6877. Yeah, 68 up to this zone, still seller zone is there. Here also seller might activate, but ETH, if it gives closing above this zone, it is better. If it gives a closing above this, right? It's given, this candle has given closing above this, so there is more chance that the zone will break. Market will not respect this resistance, so it's a good thing if it doesn't respect this previous resistance and give up the move to us, right? Missed it, me entered, sir. You are okay. Strong. No, next candle is opening above this zone only. Basically, market has to move up. What they have decided, I don't know. This one, what has happened is breakdown, retest here. Like this, if it does, only upside movement possibility is there. Actually, I had a deja vu about this setup. That means in my dream, sometimes it will happen, no? Already something which is happening in the future, you might, small portion of that comes and goes during your sleep. Then you realize, oh, this came in my dream. That's called deja vu. Like that situation I'm having right now. In that, what happened to the setup, I don't know. But like I said, this seller zone is there. Market, if it has to stay above this, it's not staying. If it stays, it will be a better setup situation for us. Now tell me, you like this dark setup or you like the light white color setup? Which is better? Tell me that. Now this is the target as per my setup. Okay. Fine, let it be. Once let it break, then we will see. I use dark in all my trading, sir. I also prefer dark, but so that it's not too harsh on the eyes, especially at night. But some people prefer light colors, white. So now that this market has given a closing above this zone, right? Then we will reduce the risk even more, because once market has gone above the seller zone, no need to give bigger stop loss. If buyers are strong, definitely they'll push the market up above this. 90% there is chance. If buyers give up now, that means they are weak. Then no need to give bigger SL. We reduced the SL already in the street right now. Okay. Sir, you are webcasting, many streaming. Many streamers use white only. Even I prefer white only traders. Now that this zone is broken, this is no more important. Okay. Market is going as per the view. Let it go. So resistance is there. Some people will think of booking the profit near the resistance. That is your personal preference. It's just like Indian market, right? I will say, okay, there is a chance seller can enter here. If you want, you book, you book. safe people will book and go. If I am lucky, I will get bigger move. If not, my stop loss, I will give an exit. This is what happens most of the time. Even if I know, okay, here buyers can come, here sellers can come, I just inform you, but I don't exit because I'm not used to exiting very soon. See here also momentum and will come. I feel now this setup, if buyers are a bit strong, it can go up to 2000 level, 2005-6 level. When it's about to reach, in case it goes to my target, it's about to reach that zone. If I reduce of the SL, it will be good. Maybe bigger target also possibility is there. Since it is surpassed 181981, it might sustain. That is what even I feel. That's why I'm holding on to this trade. Risk we have reduced, right? Risk is just $11. Already $50, $60 profit we are seeing. Target is reasonable. If it sustains, more target can be achieved. It's all with market right now. From our end, risk management we have done properly. Like I said already, this resistance, someone consider this as a pressure zone. Market will correct like this, then you book your profit. Okay, I'm not booking my profit or closing the trade. Whoever is safe traders, you book here and close. Those of you watching the live stream, support the channel by liking the live stream. It will be very helpful for me also. Please mention your name in the comment section after liking the live stream so that we will recognize you and announce your name. Okay. It has to cross 2020. That is the previous resistance. Yes. If it crosses this also 2013 and sustains above that zone also, pressure can come very rapidly towards the upside. As it keeps moving up, yes, there are 2 or 3 seller zone. If those zone market sustains, definitely. Sharif sir, thank you so much for liking the live stream. BTC, this is seller zone. BTC has to stay above this area, okay? Above 68,570, 71, if it stays, then only buyers are strong. Or else this area sellers can hold. But since my understanding is BTC will follow ATH. Since ATH has already broken the previous zone, this area, instead of respecting, it might give a breakout. That is the reason I've reduced the SL and I'm holding on to this trade, even though I know there is a resistance here. Are you into metals? If yes, please check. I don't trade in metals, I only invest. Gold though continues. There has been a correction today. It's kind of forming a bearish cup. It's kind of forming a bearish cup and handle pattern, but it's near support. 4968.65 is a supporting zone itself. No need to take any bearish trade at this point of time in gold. That is my suggestion. How many trades you take in Nifty per day? In Nifty, usually I prefer to take maximum 2 trades, max to max. Sometimes my first preference is only 1 trade per day, but since people expect some updates and things like that from me, I will see in case there are additional setup whatsoever. So maximum I will stick to 2 trades per day. Today I also took 2 SL in Nifty. Situation little bit opposite to the trend we went off. That is where it created a problem. Even though we identified the buyer zone properly, we could not encash it. Since imagine I was not there. Imagine I was not there in this bearish trade. When market came to this buyer zone, with small stop loss I would have looked for buy side. This would have given the moment. When there is an existing trade, should I exit, not exit, that only I can think about. I can't think about exiting and re-entering a fresh trade because that mindset doesn't usually sync with me. Okay, that is the issue. See, now the zone it is respecting, it's correcting. If I have to take the SL, I will take. I've reduced the SL from my end. Can you please ask? Market has formed a kind of situation, this kind of a handle. Considering this area resistance, people would have entered. Liquidity might be there on top. I expected market to reverse somewhere here, not come up to this zone. It's come, it's fine. I've reduced the SL for this trade. I've left it as it is. If it breaks this zone also, no problem. If it gives a momentum also, no problem. Right? Now see, if like I told you guys, if I had exited here already, I would be in profit. I usually don't do that because I try for bigger this one opportunity. So I booked. Sometimes I might have to book loss in the trade in situation like this. Okay, this is my current situation. Here it's going as per the bearish setup. One last trade I will see. If I get, I will take. So that trade too much SL also I did not give. Safe traders already here I had asked them to exit. Now this is one buyer zone marked and kept. So should I enter, not enter? I'm thinking because sellers have put pressure here, buying pressure is there. Fine, I'll go for this. Taken the entry. SL will be small. Target will be minimum to this. This buyer zone. We will see if market goes below this buyer zone. Next I will take bearish trade or else no. First good setup is better for the day, I think. Yes. One setup per day is more than sufficient, but some people, not necessary everyone will be there at the right time to take the first setup. Ideally, this zone market is kind of showing a bit of negativity. Buyers was supposed to hold this zone. If buyers don't hold, then there might be some pressure. What I can do is maybe if buyer zone doesn't hold, I might switch the trade. Okay. Buyer zone not holding. 20 seconds. I can give buffer up to this zone. In Indian market. In Indian market. Yes. Do you think IT FMCG will revive? At this point of time, little bit problem is there, but big companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, they will survive. It has given a breakdown below this zone. It's a problem area. It's a problem area. So break. Well, IT take same path as Ola Electric. Don't compare Ola with Infosys, TCS, and all those things. That is a complete different business. It's holding, but same thing here. It broke the seller zone, exactly respected of the resistance. I don't know, 80 to 90% chance also it has once it goes above the seller zone. Usually it has to break the zone and continue. It did not continue. Safe traders, if you had exited here, fine. Here also, if it breaks this zone, it has to move towards the downside, but it is holding. US market is not there, so what it is trying to do also little bit, the slow movement, it's becoming a bit confusing. Poor Ola riders, the company became a disaster. See, it is important who's the proprietor of the company, right? What is his vision? Only problem with that was you keep, some days you say you make batteries, some days you say bikes, some days you say you make electric autos and all those things. So if you keep jumping from a lot of one thing to another without having proper technology, it is always going to be a problem, right? Who has proper technology? It can be TVS. They have, Honda has the technology, Bajaj has the technology. So who has the technology and they know the know-how? For them, when they do things, it can they, you see, or not, how much time did Bajaj or other big companies take time to introduce EV, this one, bikes? They spent a lot of time in research. Same thing you compare with Ola and see what have they done. I was thinking about it. I have slightly different approach towards all. I've never bought Ola stock. I don't want to be discussing anything stock specific, but I don't possess any Ola stock. Not a good day, sir. In crypto, no good setup. See, moment is coming here. Okay, we got the moment. We decided not to book here and leave because there was a probability of continuation. Now, since even if it is a sideways market, if this is the buyer zone, market moves up, it doesn't matter. It's going to take 2 hours, 3 hours also, because this futures market, right? If buyers are respecting the zone, fine. If they don't respect, then it's okay. Give the SL quickly and close. Product should penetrate the Indian market, so I think they should open the bikes so normal carriage should be able to work. Only then will sustain in Indian market. That's not true. It is just that I feel normal garage people, why they have to work if usually electric products usually, what are the main things? Battery and motor, that one and all. And most of the things are software related, right? So a lot of issues, whatever the bike has, it might be based on the software, how software tuning has done. If there is any bug in the software, how the vehicle is reading the battery, this one, the voltage, how it's. So it's more into software and hardware that you can't expect a local mechanic to have those necessary tools or the infrastructure to look into these kind of things. It's not Royal Enfield. So people who prefer to buy Royal Enfield, they will prefer to buy that. I feel mechanics and all have nothing to do with it. It is keeping on holding, not making any moves. Yeah, it's holding the way. It's getting kind of ready for this correction. If this goes down, right, doesn't respect the buyer zone, this will also easily continue the downside move. Not giving clarity only. See, I said the zone is buyer zone. Buyers are trying to hold, but they're not showing strength. If they're not showing strength, what I have to do? I can say, okay, I will exit right now. Let the buyer show strength, then I will enter. That is the best thing I can do right now. Or the stop loss, what I've given is a small stop loss. So I will say, okay, let me take that stop loss and I will close the trade. Only two options. Buyer is showing strength, okay, hold. If it is not showing strength, quickly exit. Or if you feel okay, little buffer I can give the buffer and wait. Apart from that, what else can be done? Exits don't have to wait for SL. Previous low, this zone is there. Below that zone only I've kept the SL. If it breaks, if when I'm ready to give 25 points, will I not give additional 5 points? That's okay if it takes the SL also. A normal Indian biker thinks if the bike breaks, neighbor garage guy should be able to fix it. Yes, because it depends on what kind of bikes. Okay, this market has taken this SL, it's gone below the seller zone. Next here, one zone is there. This is the final buyer zone, final buyer zone. If they don't hold this zone also buyers, then more pressure can come downside. Mm-hmm. Let me see here. It comes here and reverses. Maybe I can try now. What's happened is it's given a breakdown here, here, attraction. This breakdown also, if it had happened, last attempt on the buy side I would have done. Anyways, I don't know. I drive a diesel car. So, if you're driving a diesel or petrol car, then you will not understand certain technology. This local mechanic cannot solve the issue. Right? Let's say in future you buy electric car, local mechanic cannot solve those issues. Anyways, we'll forget about Ola and things like that. We'll focus on the setup. This the buyer zone. Once second attempt buyer zone failed. This is the third and final attempt near the buyer zone. SAS space. Your shorting chance also is there. Bullish setup chance also is there. Immediately we have a buyer zone here. What to do? Fine. This is a shorting opportunity. I've taken it. Now if market doesn't go as per the plan, then definitely it is like, okay, market is playing a lot of games with me. I don't want to take one more trade or anything as such with this setup. Reduce this. This is a seller zone, so I have taken the trade here. This risk reward and all is something which I am not liking. Sir, why are you waiting for long profit? Even today also profit came earlier, but you have waited. Just want to know the reason. See, I like the long waiting game. Okay. Why? There were certain parameters. See, this is the seller zone I entered. Now I'm saying this is buyer zone. If you are safe trader, you have to book the profit, but I will not do that. Because over a period of time, I have understood not being right in every trade, I don't think is important. Out of 10 trades, if I'm right in 3 trades, also if I'm capturing very big momentum, there will be certain days where I think, okay, I'll be able to see now, safe trader, this is exit time. Okay, market has come here quickly from the zone also. Please don't hit my target. Okay, fine. This is did what to do? What to do? You tell me. I went to stretch the target. If your target is not hit, then hold and go. See, this is what I try, right? I want bigger momentum. The same momentum what came towards the downside. Here in buyer zone also I expected. But it did not give. What do I do? Fine, anyways, in this. How many people took this trade? By that time, usually that is why I don't even keep the targets. It messes up, right? Since you guys are there, beautiful moment traders. This is here also. Is anyone holding on to this trade? Just let me know. Strong red candle. Yes, what to do? By the time I trail my target, already target hit. What to do? Now and all fresh entry. Difficult to take fresh entry. No. Chance is there for it to move up to this zone, but this, I don't know, should I take directly entry here? It can move down or quickly reversals. Holding, sir. Okay, keep trailing and going. Whoever is holding, just trail and go. And BTC also nice momentum. Okay, fine. It is just here. I don't have any additional entry position. Whatever position you have to just trail and go. Okay. Trail to max. Trail to max or previous candle, whatever it is. See, looking at this, why I'm saying this is because looking at this breakdown and all, everyone will enter. There is one pullback pending. By chance, if it decides to go up to the zone and give the pullback later, maybe that time you will be making more profit. Or from here only, if it reverses, then you will end up in trap. That's why trail the stop loss as much as possible is my suggestion. Okay. Anyways, the setup is over from my end. The setup also is kind of over. No fresh entry. Now existing trade only you guys can manage. No fresh setup as of now. What we will do, we will close the live stream. After some time, one more setup when I find, I will discuss. Now there is no fresh setup. Ola distracted your trade, sir. Ola is evil. I will not blame anyone about whatever decisions I take. That's my problem, my mistake. Anyways, all right. Thanks for see, ma'am. You were asking, no, why I hold on. I know this is a buyer zone. I hold because if the trend, if I've captured right now, I can get bigger momentum. Let's say here, and this trade only. Exactly book here I had discussed, right? Imagine I've not taken the trade here. If this area, I expected a pullback from here. If market corrected, no, I expected it to reach at least up to here. You know this 25,290. That is why I know little bit based on liquidity, market can act weird. That's why I did not take 25,500 and all. I took 25,600. Put option. Expectation was even if market is sideways, little bit in the money if I take, it will be helpful. All those plan I did, but it respected this zone too strongly. What can I do? It happens. Bro, you're trading live in Indian market. At what time do you usually come online regularly? Crypto, I come live every day around 8 o'clock. Indian market, I don't come live because of SEBI rules. Okay. But if you need little updates and things like that, you can join our free Telegram group. So in a free Telegram group, at least you will get pre-market analysis. Anyways, no fresh setup traders because this breakdown directly I cannot enter because many people will be thinking to do the same thing. Fresh setup, we will wait for some more time. If I get the setup, I will share that in the crypto group. Now the setup and all what I took, right? The first trade I said, no, here up to this zone, if you want book the profit. I was looking for bigger target. That setup and all entry logic, everything was based on this strategy. Okay. Stop loss hunting strategy for crypto. If you want access to that for free of cost, you need to open account with Delta Exchange. The link is there in the pinned comment. Open account, send a WhatsApp message. will help you with it. Okay, WhatsApp message, you have to send it to the number that you're seeing on the screen. Send a WhatsApp message to this number, we will guide you. Okay, as of now, fresh setup is not there. Existing trade only manage and go. Hi sir, can you tell the ideal point for SL and see ideal point? Once this buyer zone is broken, the target for this trade will be here only. After this breakdown, so much will be the target if you have already entered at the seller zone. Now this fresh trade situation on the call side, maybe if it goes up, corrects, doesn't break the zone, gives a reversal setup here you will have one opportunity towards the upside, right? At this zone and all, normally you cannot enter. Suddenly spike can come, but there is no setup. Sudden spike, what to do? So here, as per this setup, over is holding, you can go up to 1921. Maybe your stop loss, you can get it above this. Previously this zone was acting as support. Once this is broken, this will act as resistance. Bring your stop loss little here. That's it. This setup is over. No sir, on an average, how many points is good for SL and target for ETH? ETH, you just it depends on this one, but I don't think more than 10 points SL is required. You can keep target of 25-30 points. Okay, so in this particular, if you are taking just previous little above the seller zone, then stop loss around 6-7 points is more than sir. I'd kept somewhere here 6-7 points. But let's say here market comes, corrects here. If you're looking for setup, ideally stop loss should be above this. When you keep stop loss above this, then what will happen? Your risk reward will be close to, in this case, 12 to 13 points. So average, you can say around 10 to 12 points maximum risk you can take in ETH. Does this tool have trailing SL? Yeah, actually, if you take a trade, you keep extending the target, it keeps trailing the SL and targets. Okay. All right. Now there is no fresh setup traders here. Also, it gave off the breakdown. No other stop loss hunting. Maybe this will act a bit weird. It will decide the trend, I feel. Automating, yeah, you can put bracket order. Trailing and all, you can't keep bracket order. You have to keep updating it. Sir, instead of dragging the target, you can quickly tap the crosshair button to avoid. Okay, I will try that next time. Okay, good setup traders, good setup, what to do. Situation is like that. Fine, next setup if I get, I will share that in the group. Thank you everyone for participating in the live stream. US market also is closed today. Before closing the live stream, if you made any use about the discussions that we have, or you understood certain concept of stop loss hunting, then support the channel by liking the video. It motivates me to make regular videos like this. I can do videos in different language also, but still I'm doing it in English so that a lot of people who are not comfortable with Hindi and things like that, people in South also can learn certain concepts. Okay, that's the whole idea of me doing live. Help me grow the channel. All right. Okay, thank you for participating. What are the language you know? I know Kannada, I know Tamil, I know English. Hindi I can understand. I can speak also to a certain extent. Telugu I understand. Very less I can speak. So it's not too clear. So okay, to a certain extent, English, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Tamil, Kannada I can manage. Very nice meeting you. All right. Very nice meeting you too, sir. Okay. Thank you everyone for participating in the live stream. Other updates, I will share that in the group. If you want to become part of a crypto community group, open account with Delta Exchange. Use this phone number. Send a WhatsApp message to this number. We will give you access to the group. For that, first you need to open account with Delta Exchange. All right, traders. Good night. Take care. For the details, anything is there, I'll let you know. Good night. Good night. Take care. Bye bye.